Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the PETHS Alumni Network podcast. I'm your host, Nathan, and today we got a special video. And it's not because our guest is special, it's just a special video. I'm joined by none other than Mr. Alexander Huller. How are you doing, man?
Yo, I'm doing great. How are you, Nathan?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time to be on. We know you're on a tight schedule. So you're studying life sciences at U of T, Scarborough,
That's
and you're an
correct.
aspiring physiotherapist. I'm sure I got that right.
That's
Anything
perfect.
else you would like the audience to know about yourself?
I'm 21 now, going on to 22 this year. I study U of T, as you said, and I'm shouting my parents. And if you guys do need physio, please hit my line in the future.
You got to be a sponsor eventually.
Yo, hear me out.
I,
That'd be a great idea.
so going back, we met playing baseball before high school, actually. And then we met in high school.
Just for the record, I was the better baseball player.
Maybe. We yeah, we had a few classes together. This guy is definitely a funny guy, hardworking, smart guy.
I
So
still remember our first class, geography.
his geography, yeah, with Miss Keystone in grade 9.
Wow, memory. I
Yeah,
couldn't remember the name.
yeah. And then we had history. We had history the next year together with Mr.
Grade
Davidson.
10, Mr. Davidson, still the
Mr.
best teacher
Davidson,
there.
yeah, he might be, yeah. So we were in that, and then you're always like disrupting stuff in class. That was kind of how we
Whoa, I was not disrupting. Don't put make
met.
me sound like a criminal.
No, he wasn't doing anything bad. It's just you're funny, and you're class entertainment for the most part.
Say swear. I'll take that. I'll take
Yeah,
that.
yeah. We had a little squad sing at the back of the class, and we just joke around about stuff.
Mm,
That was the vibe. That was the vibe, and then we barely scraped through.
that was
That
fun.
was
It was fun to do.
yeah, that was kind of the vibe. So what are some like standout experiences that you have from your time at Pet? Like what are some things that you learned during your time?
Do you want like things I learned, like education wise? Or are we talking
It can
like
be
things I
anything, bro.
learned? Um,
Anything,
well,
bro.
I learned like I learned a lot, just like who I like to hang out with. What kind of type of guy I was. Just like my own personality, where I like to stand in things. Just all those type of things. Education wise, I learned some teachers are like harder than others, that's those type
Mhm.
of things, and just like actually learning how to study, memorize, and stuff like that, which really helped me like progress in my U of T career so far.
Yeah.
Luckily, I haven't dropped out yet. Somehow, I haven't
Mhm.
dropped out yet, but
Yeah.
for the most part, I'm doing well now, and
Yeah.
it was good.
And I forgot to mention that we actually met through someone else who I won't mention who, but you know who I'm talking about. We met through someone after we already met at baseball again. So then it was
Oh
kind of like
yes, yes,
it
yes,
was kind of
yes.
like a small world type thing.
Oh yeah, like for sure. I recognize you, but I never like could remember where I met you from. And then when you
Yeah.
told me it was baseball, I was like, it clicked with me. I played on the same team with you a couple of times.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun to like just see like who played baseball with, who,
Mhm.
all that stuff.
Yeah. And then back in the day, what were some like decisions you made that made you want to pursue, physiotherapy?
Oh, 100%. Like to this day, I can still remember it in like grade 2 or 3. Um, One of my what's it called teachers, I remember my teacher name, Mr. Neve. He told me like, what's your role model, who's your role model? And I always say like 100 times it's my dad, right?
Mm.
Every time I say it's my dad, and I also said my mom, but mainly my dad, because he was just like he's the big guy in the house,
Yeah.
and he was a physio, and same with my mom, right? So, and I would always said to myself, I want to become a physio. I want to take over the business. I think it'd be cool to have this like color business keep going on for
Hmm.
generations, right? I don't
Yeah.
want it to go to waste. That I had this opportunity to move the company forward, right?
Hmm.
So that's where I got my idea to become a physio from, and like it really pushed me because my dad was my role model and stuff like that.
Hmm. Was there ever like any doubt as to that's what you wanted to do, or did you know like flat out that's exactly what you wanted
Um,
to do?
so like through my high school career, 100%, and
Yeah.
then COVID hit. I started working on myself, and I still like wanted to be a physio, but I wasn't like 100% sure, right? Because
Hmm.
at that time, at that stage of time, I was just like, like, do I really want to be like that, or do I want to do something else, right? And
Hmm.
then I started working at a pool. I don't want to say the name because just to make sure like there's no like conflict or anything. But I work at a pool, and then like I started teaching kids, right? And I was like, oh wow, I actually really enjoy teaching these children how to swim, how to instruct them and stuff like that. What if I became like a
Hmm.
teacher, for example? But then this year I stopped working and I went back to my studies again, and I realized I have a lot more potential than just becoming a
Mhm.
teacher who's a leader in one section, but I can become a leader for like a professional job, for example, like a
Mhm.
doctor, physio, etc. So in that
Right.
case, my track still leads towards physio again.
And then, I'm someone with a business background, so I don't really know how the sciences work, but like, what are some key differentiation between like, life sciences, health sciences, kinesiology? Because like, they can all get you to be a physio, right?
Right. So
So what
for
are the main?
kinesiology, for example, like a lot of the stuff they do is like human anatomy, human physiology, those types of subjects that do a lot of like body movements and all the different types of bodily functions and stuff like that. Whereas like medical science, for example, is more like, you can do some pharmacy in that. You can do a lot more. There's a lot more spread of courses you can take. In life science, it's like I'd say it's the most general you can take, right? You can take that anywhere you want to go. Medical,
Mhm.
chiropractor, physio, etc., all those ones, right?
Mhm.
So for me, for example, I took a course last semester called the study of viruses, where I looked into viruses. Obviously, that has no like real relation to like physiotherapy, working with
Mhm.
joints and the human function, right? But it was like another course I could take to like go into like a different section if I wanted to. Um, but for the most part, like life science, it all comes down to what your majors want to be. So like I
Mhm.
chose neuroscience and human biology as my two majors. So now I'm going down a route where I'm taking more human physiology, human anatomy,
Mhm.
human courses. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What other schools were you like looking at in grade 12?
So number one was obviously U of T. Like
Mhm.
by both my parents went to U of T Scarborough, which I'm at right now, which is actually pretty
Mhm.
crazy. Um, and then my second option would have been, if I remember correctly, was McMaster, and then the third
Mhm.
option was like Western, just because
Mhm.
those are the top three like medical schools that you can go into after for a post grad program.
Actually, Western's first,
Um,
bro.
whoa, 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 whoa! Like,
We
calm
we
down
we
there.
love Western on the podcast.
Hey, U of T on top, baby, just for the
No,
record.
I had the same conversation with Derek Yu. I will tell you 10 out of 10 times in an unbiased way, objectively, Western is the better school
Hey,
than U of T.
I hope Derek sees this, and I hope he knows U of T on top. You know what I'm saying?
No, no, Western is just
Um,
better in every way. We love Western on this podcast.
we could argue this all day, baby, but listen, I was top three, but I chose U of T because of my own purposeful reasons. All right.
Mhm.
So
Perfect.
Bun your Western. Just
Okay.
anyways.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah. So like, and then I had York as also an option, but York was like last of the last, right? Like if I didn't get into any other schools, I'm going to York.
Damn, you don't gotta bash on York like that.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying in my options in grade 12, all right,
Right.
with my stupid numb mind, I
Mhm.
chose U of T.
Okay. Okay. That's absolutely perfect. I'm sure you any regrets? No?
Sometimes I do regret like one thing I do like to say, if anyone like younger is watching this, for example, like choose a school you enjoy, but also choose a school like if you have an idea of your post grad, choose a program that it can take you to that post grad, because your undergraduate
Mhm.
is not going to get you anywhere. It's your post grad that'll get you somewhere, especially for
Right.
medical.
Right. Yeah, especially medical. Are you planning on returning to U of T for your, physiotherapy, or are you planning on going somewhere else?
Fingers crossed I make it into U of T
Okay.
again for physio, but if not, like I don't care where I go. I just want to get my physio license, and then
Right.
once I like an option would be like to go to Buffalo, for example. They have
That'd be cool.
a physio program, so I can just
Yeah.
go down there, come back up, do
Yeah.
the exam up here again, and I should be good to
Mhm.
go.
How long is that program?
So that one is about 3 years,
Okay.
but the U of T program is 2 years. So depending on where I go, it changes.
So you're in fourth year now, and then it'll be another 2 or 3 years after that.
Right.
And then what do you graduate with after that?
So I would graduate with my life science degree, and then
Hmm.
after that, I get my master's in physiotherapy or physical therapy. I don't know how it works in the States as much. I might be a doctorate too, so it might be like
Hmm.
doctor, but it
Oh,
depends
that'd be
on
so sick.
what school. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So you know
Yeah,
me as Dr. Huller, you know?
we have a lot of doctors on this podcast. For all of your physio needs, we're going to Dr. Haller for sure.
That's right. You guys get discounts if you know me like that.
Ooh, discounts?
But
Has
Nathan
it
has to pay
ever
an extra $10.
extra $10? Has it ever like kind of come into your mind about, running your own business from, like a business perspective rather than just, physio?
So my main steps right now are to get into physio, but as soon as I
Mhm,
get into physio, of course I'm gonna look into how like all the business stuff works. Because if it's my own business, it's an entrepreneurship at that point.
mhm,
So I'd have to learn like the business stuff, the tax side of it. But that being said, my dad does all that too. So like
mhm.
his information will come to me, you know?
Does that excite you, or is that like something that kind of scares you a
Like
little bit?
to be honest, for business wise, like I have no interest in doing anything business. Like I like
Okay.
to do my own thing, and that's it. Like
Mhm.
if I have to hire someone, I'll hire someone. But at that point, like I'll have the money to do it. You know,
Oh, this guy's flexing on us.
I didn't flex. All right, I'm just saying. I'm being mature about this.
Okay. What's kind of like your motto along this, long journey? What are some lessons that you take with yourself and something you like kind of remind yourself?
Honestly, just enjoy the ride. Like I don't know. Like I used to like, especially with exams and stuff. I always like get really what's the word? I get really like I get a lot of anxiety from it, right? So like
Mhm,
I'll be like thinking like what if I don't do this? What happens if I do this? What am I gonna do next, right? But like
mhm,
you should really just enjoy the challenges and the ride through it because that's what builds you as a character and what you want to do in the future, your personalities, etc.
mhm. What are some like character traits that you'd like people to know you for?
I mean, like Nathan, you just name it off for me, bro. Come on, like you know them, I know them.
Yeah,
Like you can give some if you want.
you're a motivated guy. You're have some intellectual talent. I think you'd have great bedside manners. Really funny guy.
Hey man,
Just
I try my best, you know? Like I'm trying to
yeah,
be like there's I always say like just like there's no point in being sad. Like every day is a new day. It's fun to be outside, right? Do your thing,
yeah,
do whatever you want. Right?
yeah.
No
So
point.
outside of work, what are some aspirations that you have moving forward?
Outside of like schoolwork or like actual job work or
Just
both.
anything that is on top of your physio aspirations.
So like basically my life is right now gym, school, and then sleep. Like that's about it. So like
Perfect.
I'm trying to get huge, you know? I'm trying to get
Okay.
huge. I'm trying to just be stay fit.
Mhm,
Another thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get back into baseball soon. Probably
mhm.
join a men's league, you know, work on some hobbies. Uh, I've been really enjoying like building and modifying my car recently.
Okay.
Have you seen that? Yeah, I know you've seen
One day, like
it.
years from now, when all of us are graduated and have jobs, I'm actually thinking about hosting like Sunday morning cruises,
No
or
way.
maybe like a car meet and then a cruise. That was something that came into my mind because I know we have a lot of grads who, go on to make money and have their own cars, and a lot of us are into cars. So I thought that'd be a cool idea. Maybe down the line.
If you don't see me in a Porsche GT or GT3 RS,
Mm-hmm.
I'm I didn't make it, you know? I didn't make it
I
there.
don't know. It'll be open to all makes and models. Anything JDM. Muscle cars, supercars, anything like that.
I
We'll
got a
host
Golf.
it.
I got a 2010 Golf, 2.5
Okay.
liter.
Nice.
The resonator is completely destroyed on it, so it's loud.
Nice.
Uh, yeah, I've lowered that. You already know. Like
Yeah.
it's coming together slowly.
We'll definitely have a small car community, on the page for sure down the
That's
line.
sounds good. Sounds
Okay,
good.
we'll move into some quick, rapid fire questions for you.
Shoot
What
me.
was what was your all-time favorite class at Pet?
Got to be history. Like Mr. Davidson, man. Like come on. Are you kidding me? Like that class. Like even though like there's my elementary school guys weren't in it.
Mhm,
Like some of the best friends I had in high school weren't in it. But like Nathan was in it. This, my homeboy Jatu.
mhm.
If you're hearing this, bro, that was
Yeah,
sick.
he's a stud.
Um, absolute stud. Charlie, what's it called, Bruce Chen, like those guys were all in it. It was pretty jokes. The teacher was amazing. Like I got a
Mhm.
great mark in it, and like he knew how to teach history to an
Yeah.
extent where I would actually like follow the class, which was actually
Mhm.
impressive.
Yeah.
So that was probably definitely my top class for sure.
Aside from Mr. Davidson, do you want to give a shout out to any teacher at Pet who's helped you along the way?
I would like to nominate this guy named Mr. Colley or
Mr. Colley.
Coach Colley. He was
Hmm.
my coach in baseball. He was my he's the head of music and
Hmm.
Pets. He gave me a great mark, helped me along the way. Mr. Nguyen, if you're seeing this,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Grade 9 business tech.
Grade 9 math for me, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he's a stud too.
Um, Honestly, those are the top two for sure. Like those are, and then yeah, that's about it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention you were involved in band throughout high school. What instrument did you play again?
I played trombone.
Okay. Do you have any standout moments, being part of the band? Like,
Honestly, no. I just remember a lot of times where things were thrown at me because Mr. Colley would throw stuff at me. And in grade
yeah.
9, I was the first day of school. I was thrown in a recycling bin. I was known as the garbage dude, but thanks, Mr.
Wow.
Colley. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Perfect. That was not what I was expecting, but we love hearing interesting stories on the podcast. That's what it's all about.
I got a ton of
And
them.
yeah, and you're a big baseball fan. Which team are you supporting?
Come on. You know this. You know it. I know it. The Jays for life. And
The
they suck.
Jays. What are your
And they
predictions
suck.
for this year?
Oh, they're bad. They're so bad. They're so
Not
bad.
making playoffs?
If they make the playoffs, that's a freaking plus, but they're not making it far, if anything.
I remember when we were talking about Ohtani, signing with the Dodgers. You were absolutely devastated.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm so upset.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food?
Yeah. So you're German and Chinese. Yes.
All right.
So
So like my German side would say like, a nice sausage, pause.
okay.
And then my Chinese side is saying like some sweet and sour chicken or something.
Oh, yeah.
But like if I were to choose my favorite food, it's got to be a steak. Like a steak and like a baked potatoes.
Okay. What's your favorite song right now?
Let me check the playlist. Check the playlist is running.
I remember you had like a mix. You had like some early 2000s pop, but then you also had some like serious rap going on. So
trust. So like I have the hits playlist, which has like a ton of songs, like way too many songs. And then I have this one workout playlist called Stiff and Pre-Workout. It's like a bunch of like hectic songs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have a lot. Like I really do enjoy music, like way too much.
Who's your favorite artist? Give us a name.
Okay, so basically, like on repeat lately has been Travis Scott. Like I'm looking at the bottom of my playlist, a lot of Travis Scott's here.
Yeah.
A Boogie with a Hoodie. That guy.
Okay, yeah, I remember you were into that in high school. Yeah.
Yeah. But if I were to choose one song right now, like My Eyes is probably like the top song that's been playing in my ear a lot.
Right. If you had $1 million right now, what are you doing with that money?
What am I doing with that money? First like 500,000 of it is going into like stocks, like 100% investing that. Another 500,000 would probably go to buying like a dream car of mine and then modding it.
What's your dream 2-car garage?
2-car, so I get.
We'll go three. We'll go three.
Okay, so 3 cars. Okay,
for living in Canada, by the way.
The daily every day is a Golf R. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
The car that I dream of is a GT3 RS.
Okay.
And then either a McLaren or an R8, but I don't know which two out of those two, to be honest.
That's a sick garage though.
Yeah.
Which GT3 RS are you going though?
Which one?
Yeah, which one?
Oh, geez Louise, let me look. What's my background right now? Straight up my background.
Mm-hmm.
What year would you say? Let me ask that.
I like the 2019 one. Oh, 2019.
Really?
It's a 991.2.
991.
Or 997.
Oh my god. I don't even know which one. They all look so nice. Honestly, they're probably the newest. Any newest model. I always enjoy the new models. Yeah, the 992 is solid.
That's crazy. Yeah, we'll have to do a car cruise, bro. One day when we all have our cars, we're doing a car cruise.
All right, say a word.
Yeah. All right, we'll start wrapping it up now. If you could nominate a fellow PET alumni or a few.
Can I nominate Bear? Can I nominate like 5 people?
Yeah, go ahead. Just spit them out. We'll go.
All right. First of all, I want to say Jathurjan, just because he didn't say yes the first time.
Right.
Just because. I want to say Natasha Antonio, because you know why? Because I think it'd be funny to be on this podcast. I think it'd be gas. Who else do I want on that? Who else do I want on that list? Who else do I want on that list of people? Who else? Do you have anyone in mind that you want me to nominate, just for the record?
No, this is up to you.
Damn. Who else would I love to enjoy seeing? Jeffrey Schumacher. If you can guess Jeffrey
Jeffrey,
Schumacher,
yeah, I've
get that
had his
guy.
name brought up a few times. Yeah,
Oh, say sorry.
his
Get
name's
that
brought
guy.
up,
Get that guy.
been brought up a few times. I
And
think
tell him.
Derek, you mentioned him, and probably Evan. Probably
Oh
mentioned
yeah.
him and
Okay.
Jaden
Get,
Fong. Yeah,
did you get Jaden Fong yet?
he's been nominated a few times. We'll get him on
Get
here.
get Jaden Fong because I seen this guy on campus, so I want to ask him
Mhm.
questions on campus. Um, and then who else? Who else was I? Oh, either Brienne, Yasmin, or Lucas Minovsky.
Okay. Okay, we'll
All
see
right,
about that.
cool, cool, cool,
Those are
cool.
all those are your dogs. We want to hear from everyone, right? If you're watching this, please let us know, and we're more than happy to have you on. We want to
That's
hear
what
your
I'm saying.
stories.
I'm trying to see all man's. I'm trying to watch all of these. All right, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So, any closing remarks from you, my friend?
Shout out my mom and my dad, and honestly, Daniel and Andrew Huller, the two
Oh
other
yeah,
Hullers. Yo, I
yeah.
nominate them. Honestly, I nominate them too.
What are they up to?
My brother Daniel's at Mississauga U of T doing computer science. And then Andrew's in PETHS right now. So he could be like
Ooh,
a current student, you know what I'm saying?
hey, we'll get them. That's a good idea.
Yeah, bro.
All right, bro. We're gonna wrap it up there. I know you're busy. You know, your girlfriend's calling you. Yeah, sorry, he's single. Yeah, so thank you everyone for watching. We're gonna wrap it up there. If you want to be featured in the podcast, please let us know. Drop a comment on what you'd like to see, any guests you'd like to see. And
Hit
thanks for
that
watching.
notification button.
Facts. All right, peace out.